Madden World, what it be like? It's your boy Foe. Xbox 720 is the game of tag on the PS4, and yo, this is that double triple Madden OGs, and we are back in day number 18. 18 days in a row, we have dropped quality content to help you get your Madden game better, and yesterday we took a brief detour into defense. I'm gonna jump back into that New England Patriots playbook, but we're going to get back to the defensive side in a few days. Bear with your boy. I want to make sure I cover everybody and everybody's request. So, and it couldn't be any better said than what we're about to do right now, because I'm jumping back into the ebook one, but then I'm killing two birds in one stone, because the first request that I ever got on the channel was for a unique formation. Like, hey, can you run something that a lot of people don't run? Can you show, something different, kind of like the near close or something like that? But, a lot of people run that. So I wanted to give something else. So we're going to look at weak close today, and I'm going to show you that we can definitely get some great action out of this formation. And I got to be honest, I can go back like 3 Maddens, and I play an obscene amount of games, and I just can't even think of a time where I've seen somebody put weak close on the field. So this is going to be cool. HB gut is the play that will come out in, but our best passing play out of the formation is the bench play. It's a quick audible, so that's dope. And then we'll also look at Power O and PA Power O. Those are both quick audibles as well. So I'll have a little 2-play mini scheme with that. And then I'll kind of have a 2-play mini scheme where I make bench look just like HB Gut. And that way we'll be able to go. Now, one of the things that I'm going to do a little bit different with this video is I'll call the cover 3 match first, and then we'll get into some of the other things. We want to look at it, and first, this is like a heavy kind of set, right? The personnel is 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 2 wide receivers. When they see that at the play call screen, they're more or less going to try to match up with you, because they're going to feel like you're going to be running first, right? So they're going to call a 4-3, 3-4, 4-6, 4-4. Anything like that, we're going to torch all of that shit. The best way to shut the passing down out of this formation is bigger, like wider sets, more spread things like 1-4-6 quarters and stuff like that. But the sadly, it makes it very easy for me to run the football if you do that. So this is a really unique formation because it has some great passing out of it. But to cover the passing, you got to give up the run. So now if we look at the play art, then we're going to look at Cooper being on that outpost, and we can motion that outpost. I'm going to show you that. We got Crab on the outpost, and then we got Reese on this nice table route. We got tight end on a delayed blue. I'm not going to really use that often. And then we got a nice safe check and release dump off to the running back that's going to get real low just in case we need it. All right, against cover 3 match, I'm not gonna even cover 3 match like too long, simply because really, if I were you, I would just basically block like this, because you can bomb cover 3 match, and I'm gonna show you that we can just bomb it. As you saw him get wide open, but I'm gonna do it again, because that's really all we have to do. We can just bomb it. Cover 3 match is weird. And see, just like that. I mean, you could just bomb cover 3 match, because the way that cover 3 match works is the deep blue is basically gonna just man up the receiver farthest to the left. And nobody is gonna man up the route, the inside outpost, So that happens. The deep blue drops down and just gives up that entire side of the field. So that's cover 3 match in a nutshell. They may be able, after you hit them with that one time, trust me, they won't use that defense again, not against that play. So let's go ahead and call bench again. We'll go ahead and put cover 4 onto the field. And we're not going to take too much time in cover 4, but I just want to show you against cover 4 and cover 3, we're going to be able to get this action. And you guys have seen this before, right? So you know how that works. And the great part about this, because you got that 2-1-2 personnel, if they play like a 3-4 or a 4-3 where the linebacker is in the flat zone that's supposed to be covering, he is not going to get over at all. He's not going to move, because he's staying close in because of the threat of the run. So that's going to happen. Bad throw right there. But just say we put it in a cover 3. If we put it in a cover 3, then the safety is actually going to drop down in the box, and you want to make sure you get this speed burst. If you don't get the speed burst, I wouldn't throw the route. You see how I just got that speed burst right there? Let me go ahead and make sure I do it again, because I kind of threw it a little bit early. Yeah, he stopped, but I could have led him to the sideline, but you'll be able to get it. Trust me, it's there. You guys have seen me do that and show you that a lot, so that's really easy. Now let's go ahead and look to the left side of the field real quick, and what you'll notice is that that outpost is very much like the split close, gun split close, where that receiver is so far inside that the flat routes are gonna play him. Okay, so what you'll see is they'll drift up. Reese is gonna be wide open, and that's 10 yards or more every single time. Let's go ahead and put it in a cover 3 real quick, and you'll see the same action is gonna happen. Nothing changes. It's just gonna end up being the same exact thing, except, you know, it's 5 yards in the possible. Every single time it's going to work out like that for you in your favor if you want to. It's not going to be any different. If you want to just eliminate the fact that he's coming out of the backfield, then what you would do is just motion him out, really simple, like, and just throw it to him. You can do the same thing, because simply that the way that the defense is aligned in a 4-4, a 3-4, or a 4-3, they are not going to get out on either side, and they're gonna just drift with the post, and that way you get the action. So I just want to make sure that you guys see that. So you got a nice high-low read on one side, you got a motion outpost on the other side, and that's what can make this dominant. So let's go ahead and put it in cover 2 real quick. Now, really hold on, let's go back, because before I want to show you something else, in terms of something else we can do, and then I'll show you how I like to set up my cover 2 adjustment or variation. So the tight end, right? This is where this formation gets really unique to me, because what I can do is I can motion over the tight end, and when I motion that tight end over, now look at what I have. I have something very unique to the game. I'm under center, but it's almost like a bunch strong to a certain extent, because I could, if I wanted to, I could easily, I got 3 guys on this side and a running back. I could put the running back on the swing or wheel to that side, and I could put Cooper on a drag. So if you think about it, very quickly, I could flood the left side of the field with every single route, and they will not have enough players if I wanted to do that. But I'm going to show you something that I think is pretty glitchy in zone, okay? So, like I said, we like to put him on a streak and motion him over. Also, the running is going to be excellent like this, because when we call it HB gut and I'm able to motion over that tight end like that, you don't know whether it's run or pass, so you can't fully commit to the run, right? But my running game is going to be nice, because I got a fullback and tight end right there. And I could have somebody like Brad Miller, somebody big that can get me real good blocking. Gronk with like 92 run block. I mean, you could do a lot if you're playing mutt. So let's go ahead and snap the ball. Did you just see that? And let me, if you didn't see it, okay, and he sucks. This is Madden 17. He's just dropping the ball. But he was open. So let me show you, let's show you what happened. So one of the things I like when you motion over the tight end is the fact that the hook zone, if the user's not playing on the hook zone that's closest to this bunch side, that hook zone's always going to bite on Reese. And when he bites on Reese like that, the tight end's just going to shoot right by him, and you're going to be able to throw. You got to time it. If you throw it too early, he'll pick it. Wait just a little bit, and then throw a precision pass. A precision pass inside. And it's going to be really, really easy, unless you got somebody that's garbage like that that'll just drop the fucking football. But anyway, all right, now let's go ahead and call cover 3 real quick, and I'll show you that this is basically going to work in every situation, which is nice. So we'll do it again. And look, I mean, it basically gets worse in cover 3. I mean, he bites down the same exact way. And I've tried this in a lot of different situations. But the great part about this is you have that now, and then you have this nice high-low read to the right side. And if you wanted to, you could just block the running back if you wanted to. No different. You know, you could do that. And then you could also, if you wanted to, you could also bring Cooper over to the left side, like on like an in route or something like that. That definitely be something you want to do to have him be active in this particular play, because you can get a lot of action, like I said, to the left side very easily. So because we know we can get that out of cover 4 or cover 3 like that in that action, the user's gonna have to make a definitive decision once again, and that's what we like putting our defensive user, our defensive opponent in. We want to have him have to decide what he has to do, or he's going to have to try to make some adjustments on the field to make this work in his favor. So, but once we start mixing in the run all the time, and we start mixing in the power O to the right side and PA power O, this is just going to be a really hard scheme, okay? So another thing that we would do is motion this guy over again, let him set. Now we're looking at cover 2. And then I would basically set it up like this. And I could set that like a cover 3 and cover 4 defense. I mean, cover 3 and cover 4. I could, whenever I motion that streak, I could always set up like this against every zone. And then you're basically gonna just take what you're given. Now I'm taking my 5 yards on a possible, or I could take my in route if I wanted to. Let's just say you kept doing that over and over again, and their decision to make was they wanted to call underneath. And I'm gonna show you why it's a bad idea. And I said that yesterday, right? You just never want to call underneath coverage. Yeah, it takes away the flats. But see, really quickly, and I stepped out of bounds, but that was a one-play touchdown. You saw that right there. That was basically a one-play touchdown, and that's the problem when you're trying to be too aggressive taking away the flats. Not only could I have thrown to the inside, because the yellow's falling down to the running back now, but also that deep blue, he drifts inside. And the reason why he drifts inside is because if I want to over here on the right side to Cooper, when they play hard flats, I could throw that post, and it's the post by itself. Nothing else is there. If I wanted to, I could just throw the post against hard flats. So that right side deep blue is going to have to respect that. The inside is going to drift inside. You're going to throw up and then just turn up the field for a touchdown. One play touchdown against hard flat cover 2. So it's just not a good look to do that, man. I never understand why people play hard flats. Like what, or at least I like to play hard flats at times, but don't call underneath coverage and play hard flats. It's like the stupidest thing you could do, because it's not just changing those zones into hard flats. I get it if you're guessing and taking a gamble, but don't just do that out of habit, because it's dropping all of the rest of the zones down, and it has a domino effect across your defense. I'd just rather manually put somebody in a hard flat. That's what I'm about. So if you play man-to-man, then it's really simple. I would just set up Crabtree on an out route, because the out route is not going to be jammed. So if I wanted to, I could just throw that. You know, if I wanted to do that. Another thing that you could do that on either side. And that's the thing that makes this particular formation suck. You could just, like if they play man defense, just call 2 out routes on both sides, and you're going to be able to get that same action. Another thing you could do if you wanted to is you could always just motion over, not him, you could always motion over Cooper, as my video's running out of time. You could always motion over Cooper if you wanted to. See, and it worked like that, and you get up the middle of the field. So anyway, I'm gonna stop the video right here, and then we're gonna go into part 2. I probably am gonna do 3 videos so I can show you the runs in the last video. We'll cover the next passing play and running play, I think, and then we'll move on. So like, comment if you feel like there's any other adjustment I could make, and sub to your boy if this is your first time watching. Respect the OGs. Peace.